I'm joined now by Johnny Wactor's mom, Scarlett Wactor. Scarlett, thank you for coming back on the program. I mean, my blood is boiling, and I can't imagine what you're going through hearing that.
It's so disappointing. We were really hoping for the gang enhancement, which was turned down. It was asked for, and Gascon's office, I've been told, said no, which would have gotten more, like maybe a sentence of 25 years or into life, something like that. That's my understanding. And it's just so incredibly disappointing. I mean, he was in the car. It's not like he was, not there at all. Yeah, I can't believe that he could literally be out in 2.5 years.
And, being a part of a felony where someone dies in many jurisdictions is felony murder. But he wasn't even charged with murder. He had these other charges. Did they ever consult with you? Did they keep you in the loop as a survivor of this, a family survivor of this kind of victim's violence?
They tell you what they can. There's so much I still can't be told. They have their rules. I don't know what all they are, but I just know they can only tell me so much. And I understand it is difficult. It's not what you want to hear, because you're not getting the answer to your questions. Eventually I will. But yeah, it's not what I had hoped for at all. Really had hoped for gang enhancement. I really thought Gascon's office was going to come through with that.
And in an investigation, I get it that they can't share because you do want a pristine investigation. You want charges to stick and you want the convictions to be pure. But when they do a deal and they're considering what to exchange for that deal, oftentimes victims' family members are a big part of that process. And I was just curious if you were ever consulted about this.
I was told there was not a deal. I did ask about that because another newscast brought up and said the deal was, and then he got this. And I was informed that there was not a deal offered, that this was what they had to charge him with, and that his defense said, you need to plead guilty now, because they were worried of the gang enhancement and knew how much more he stood to face, which he should have.
And maybe there was more coming, right? Maybe there's more information coming that will elucidate more about the crime, and there could be enhanced charges, more charges, maybe murder charges. So maybe he wanted to get to the trough quickly with this kind of action. To that point, we touched briefly a second ago about felony murder. The getaway driver often gets the same penalty as the person who shoots inside the bank if there's a death that results. And I know to this end, you have taken it upon yourself to push for something called Johnny's Law. And does that have to do with bringing felony murder to the forefront for crimes like this?
Yes, and especially when you've already have a track history of, you've been committing crimes, you've been on probation, juvenile or not, the probation's not working. It floors me that he could literally be given probation again. It's scary for your community, actually, in LA. The other thing is, I did ask why he only would serve, and I mean, he only can serve half of the time given to him. And I was told that the prison itself can set that, and they say it's overcrowded, so we're only going to hold him for half the time. I asked how that can be changed, and that's your governor and your state legislator, and that needs to be changed. I mean, that was so shocking to me, because I didn't understand why you would sentence somebody to, like you said, almost 5 years, and nope, you're only going to serve half that. He'll be out before he's 21 if he gets that.
Maybe we need to start sentencing people to double if they're only serving half. Scarlett, your son, we've been showing pictures and video all throughout our interview, and he just had such a joie de vivre, just such a light. I'm sorry I didn't get to meet him, but he's certainly been taken from all of us, but certainly no one is suffering this more than you. I'm really appreciative for you being on tonight. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.